Welcome back to the channel, the United States of America quarter dollar. 1998 is a coin that stands at an interesting point in American numismatic history, as it represents the final era before the introduction of the iconic state quarters program in the following year. This gives the coin a kind of transitional importance, marking the end of a long-running design era that had remained consistent for decades. Collectors often view 1998 quarters as the last examples of the classic Washington quarter style before the shift toward more symbolic and state-specific imagery. Because of this position in history, the coin has an appeal that goes beyond its metal composition and enters the realm of nostalgia and design legacy, making it a cherished piece for many enthusiasts. The obverse of the 1998 quarter displays the familiar portrait of George Washington, created by sculptor John Flanagan and used on American quarters since the early 20th century. This profile is instantly recognizable due to its simplicity and strength, embodying the leadership and endurance associated with Washington's historical role. The engraving is sharp and clean on well-preserved coins, allowing collectors to see fine details, such as the contours of Washington's hair and the clear lines of his profile. Over time, the prominence of this design made it one of the most iconic images in American coinage, and the 1998 release represents the closing chapter of its uninterrupted run. The reverse of the 1998 quarter retains the classic eagle design that had long been associated with the Washington quarter series. The eagle is shown with its wings spread in an authoritative, commanding posture, symbolizing the strength and vigilance of the United States. Although simple compared to the artistic complexity of later designs, its strong lines and symmetrical layout made it memorable. Many collectors admire this design for its elegant balance and timeless representation of American power. The 1998 issue stands as one of the last times this classic artwork was officially minted for general circulation. Coins from 1998 were produced at more than one United States mint facility, and these variations offer collectors additional layers of interest. The location of the mint can affect value, rarity, and overall desirability. Even though the 1998 quarters were generally produced in large quantities, the small mint mark differences are important in numismatic study, especially for those who specialize in modern American coinage. Some collectors enjoy comparing fine differences in strike quality, metal tone, and detail sharpness among coins produced at different mints. The metal composition of the 1998 quarter reflects the changes that occurred in U.S. coinage after silver was removed from regular circulation coins decades earlier. By this time, the quarter was composed of a copper-nickel-clad material, which gave the 1998 United States quarter dollar carries a visual presence that reflects decades of American minting tradition, and each surviving example offers its own character shaped by time. When viewed closely, the coin presents a blend of artistry and durability, making it a strong example of classic U.S. circulation coinage. Collectors who enjoy examining subtle details often admire how the light interacts with the surfaces, revealing minute textures that hint at its journey across countless hands and transactions. A notable aspect of the 1998 quarter is how its metal ages over time. Some pieces develop a soft matte finish as the gloss slowly fades through circulation, while others retain a surprising amount of shine even after years of use. This difference in wear patterns creates a wide spectrum of appearances, giving each coin a personality. This aging process becomes an appealing trait for collectors who appreciate natural toning and soft, time-earned patina. Many people who discover a 1998 quarter are struck by its connection to the pre-state quarter era. Holding the coin often brings a sense of nostalgia because it comes from a time when the design remained unchanged for decades. This stability makes people associate the coin with childhood memories, Early savings, or the familiar look of pocket. Change before the sudden variety of designs after. 1999. Seen from a historical perspective, the 1998 quarter also represents the final breath of a long design era that served the United States with quiet consistency for nearly half a century. The Eagle reverse and Washington obverse remained steady pillars of American coin design. The 1998 issue preserves that tradition, making it feel like a symbolic closing chapter in a larger narrative of U.S. currency. Collectors often find themselves drawn to the clean, balanced lines of the Washington portrait. The profile is neither overly dramatic nor overly simple. Rather, it captures a sense of leadership and dignity that has stood the test of time. Even after so many years, the design still feels relevant. And the 1998 version captures this aesthetic before the shift to more thematic artwork. The reverse design of the Eagle offers a strong sense of symmetry that appeals to collectors who appreciate classical layouts. The wings stretch wide in a commanding pose, creating a well-centered focal point. Even heavily circulated quarters from 1998 often retain the general structure of the Eagle, a testament to the strength of the original engraving. The thickness of the coin, noticeable when held between two fingers, has a satisfying solidity that contributes to its overall durability. This thickness protects the inner copper core and helps ensure the coin can withstand decades of usage without losing its defining shape. It is this physical strength that has allowed so many 1998 quarters to remain in circulation long after their minting year. The 1998 U.S. quarter dollar often stands out because it represents one of the final years before the major transformation of American quarter designs. When collectors handle a 1998 example, they often feel a sense of connection to an era when the quarter's artwork remained unchanged for generations. This sense of continuity makes the coin feel like a stable, familiar link in the long chain of American currency history. The surfaces of many 1998 quarters show natural softness from years of circulation. Yet even heavily worn pieces maintain their core structure. This resilience makes the coin an object of admiration among those who value longevity in minting. The durability of the metal blend ensures that the essential features, the portrait, the eagle, and the inscriptions, remain visible even after extensive use. Under angled lighting, a 1998 quarter reveals a delicate interplay of highlights and shadows across the raised reliefs. The slight shine along the portrait's outline gives the coin a subtle depth. It is in these small visual details that many collectors find unexpected beauty in a piece so common. There is a particular aesthetic pleasure in observing how the Washington portrait retains its shape over the years, even when softened by circulation. The general layout and prominent features remain recognizable. This consistent visibility allows collectors to appreciate the design, regardless of the coin's age or condition. When studied up close, the 1998 quarters reverse design offers an impressive display of balance and symmetry. The eagle's wings extend outward in a poised manner, forming a visually pleasing triangular shape. This symmetry enhances the elegance of the overall layout and emphasizes the strength of the national symbol. Collectors also appreciate the coin for its crisp, structured lettering. The placement of each word feels intentional and thoughtfully arranged. Despite the practical nature of these inscriptions, they contribute to the coin's harmony by framing the central artwork without overwhelming it. Some 1998 quarters develop subtle edge wear that creates a soft contrast with the still intact reading. These tiny ridges, though sometimes partially flattened, continue to give the coin its characteristic texture. This tactile detail often becomes a favorite feature for those who appreciate The physical feel of a well-crafted coin. Holding a 1998 quarter often evokes a sense of familiarity, because it looks exactly like the quarters many people grew up with. This nostalgia gives the coin emotional value that goes beyond numismatics. The design represents a stable period in American monetary history, and many collectors cherish it for that reason. Another compelling feature is the weight of the coin. It has a satisfying solidity that makes it feel dependable in the hand. This balanced weight ensures that the quarter